Gary Peterson here. Today we're going to talk about good length and how to actually find good length, or how to develop good length in a routine or practice by yourself. I'm down the backhand wall at the moment. I've got a double yellow ball, and I'm going to use a blue dot ball as well later on. So the double yellow, this one's reasonably warm now, and when we drive, if we drive so the ball is like second bounce to the back wall, that's optimum. That's where it's really good. What happens is, if the ball bounces and then hits the back wall and comes up, it basically sits up and it sits wide of the back wall, and it allows a lot of options. So it allows a lot of options to get behind the ball, or to play bows, or to play drops, or to play whatever. But if the ball is coming down towards the back wall, so if it's coming down, if it bounces and then it's coming down, that means it's going down towards the floor as soon as it hits. If it hits here, then it hits the back wall, it will go up. And there's this massive, massive, massive difference to the difficulty level in getting the ball back. So if it goes down towards the back wall, all of a sudden I've got to get it out. And that's why people tend to boast when there's no other option. So what we're looking for drives. Continual drives is what I'm going to start with. And every time that the ball is too hard to hit, I'm just going to take it as a second bounce, or just flick it up, because I don't want to hurt my arm and everything as well, because it's pretty tough. So we'll go from there, and that's pretty good already there. And that's pretty good already. Too short, that's not bad, because that's awkward. And here we go again. Once again, I just can't get it. So if you start by driving to yourself, and now I'll go for that one there once again. You see what happens if I don't take the ball here? And this is where it leads to another story with capability and what you need to do, or where you need to get your movement right to get the best outcomes. So what happens is, if the ball is going to go down towards the back wall, they usually give a sort of an opportunity to take a rising ball here, which means you've got to be early on the ball, and it's really difficult. So that's this one, there, right there. So that's hard to do. So that one there is hard to get at quality depth. So you see the outcome of my shot, even though I had reasonable body engagement, I was on the ball, I knew where it was. I only got the ball to around about here, which is too short. And so therefore I'm going to find it difficult, because I didn't play a quality enough shot. So we're going to learn. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a static set. The static set is where I just throw the ball pretty much exactly where I want it in relation to my body. And I'm looking for second bounce back wall. Okay, that's too short here. There, perfect. Again, let's go. Too big. Nearly. And so this is a good system for you to work out just how much. Good. Again, so if you do about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or so of these, too big, too short, not bad. Okay, so that's good, and it's not a bad way to start, but it's a little bit awkward, because nobody throws the ball into the side wall and you don't hit it from a stationary position. So the next one is to set the ball. I'm going to set the ball to myself first, and then I'm going to drive the second one to target and stop. So the set's here, here, and that's too short. So here's a set, and that's pretty good. Into the box, overhit slightly, but not too bad. Pretty good. I was out of balance, out of position, and that leads us into the next stage. So it's one thing to do that really well, and you should be able to get like 5, 6, 7 out of 10, miss maybe 3. And the ones you miss, hopefully you miss too deep, not too short, and that works pretty well. Now we've got to put a little bit of pressure on. So with a bit of pressure, I'm going to actually put it so I've got to move to the ball. So here, sorry, that's a bit too short. Here, there. And I still want that back wall just on the second bounce. There, I've got to move, and I hit the side wall, which caused grief. So you understand the side wall will slow the ball down. Here we go. Pretty good, I like that one. There. Had to really pull that one out. There we go. No good. If you lose your arm, which is what I did then, if you lose your arm or you lose your wrist or it gets too far out or you just don't control it, then you really lose all that finite control you need to guarantee a quality target. Target, by the way, this is an elite level target, which is a depth target we're after. So I'm not worried too much about getting the ball in here. And the problem is this. You say, well, why don't you just land the ball here? Because this is where the ball's got to land. And I often talk to people about having a racket there. So anything within that racket zone is fantastic. That's about what you should be aiming for generally. The racket head is the one that you really want to get because that's around about where it should be almost perfect. But that's here in Australia where we're currently in winter. But the ball's not bouncing really much, so I've got to go that little bit deeper because it's a bit cooler. But your courts might be fast courts, it might be air-conditioned building, it might be a cold court, it might be worse than what it is here. So I can't tell you that you have to aim here, or you have to aim here, or you have to aim even inside the service box because every court will be different. So you need to understand for the conditions that you've got, for the ball that you've got, you need to understand where you need to hit and there. Like the side wall is the one that's going to knock you around. If I hit that side wall, it stops about 1 metre shorter. So that's a fair bit. So 1 metre is from here to about here to the service box. So that's the variation. If I hit the side wall, it's going to slow it down by at least that far, at least, possibly even more if it jags in solidly into the side wall. So if I hit the side wall back here, it doesn't slow it down as much. If I hit the side wall up near the front wall, it slows it down a lot. So you need to understand that if you can clear the side wall, then you're starting to look good. So there, and away from the side wall, down to the back wall, second bounce back wall, that's pretty good. So that's your live set. I've got another live set which I love, and it's a really difficult one. I put my foot on the wall, on the line here. My right foot, I'm going to serve right-handed here, onto the side wall, and then I'm going to drive second bounce target. This is a great exercise. There, here, and I'm too short again. It's better to be too deep than too short, you must remember. So now, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go up. So I'm still too short because I hit the side wall. So you just got to be careful because I've got to create the angle. There. Once again, hit the side wall, but it's not bad. This is a wonderful exercise for you to understand a cross court when the ball hits the side wall and how much body it takes to get the ball to depth, how much work you have to do prior to striking. It's about being really stable and really strong. So I'm going to try and stay here and get really capable on the strike. Oh, it's tough. I missed the side wall completely. Here, there. Now I've got body structure. So the answer to all this is to have body structure before you strike. If you think that you're going to come here, do that and then just go and make it right, it's not going to happen. Like you won't get consistency. You might get one, but the next 10 will be probably terrible. So it's body structure, number one. Number one rule is body strength in your stance. Here, body strength here. 1, 2, just about on the back wall because I use body. So the arm has to stay strong. The arm's got to do the work. That's tough here. Body, perfect. Look at that. Body gave me that. So now I've got to understand. So here's the deal. This is what you do when you talk to yourself. So it's pointless when you talk to yourself going, I've got to win this next point. He's nearly up to game point. I've got to win this next one. I have to win it. So what's the point of saying I have to win this next point? It's nothing. But if you change your talk to body structure, strong arm, or anything like that. So if I talk to myself, in between points, if I go, okay, strong body structure, get down. So get down low means strong body for me. Here, there, strong body here. And I should have done better with that. I'm telling you, it should work. There, strong body. And there, it's good. So it's a strong body as I go in is what I want. So that's one of my words that I'm going to use. So here, body strong. There, perfect. That is unreal. The difference is just like, the difference is I own that shot versus I hope the ball's going in. I just know it's going there. I know it's going to be good and I know it's going to be perfect depth. It's just seriously good. Like seriously good. So if I swap the ball, and I swap it for our blue dot. Might be a little bit cold for a tick, but the blue dots tend to fire up pretty quick. So I have a couple of hits. So it's quite relatively bouncy already, even when it's not hot. So if I go depth, missed it, body was out, body, 1, 2, okay. So we go the blue dot now, so I might have to drag it a bit shorter. Body structure, perfect. All because I went, see the difference in the bounce? Because now I've got a ball which is bouncing the service box, which has gone second bounce back wall because it's acting faster. Here, body, up too high, and it comes off the back wall, too easy for my opponent. Here, there, body, too low, I just mishit it. I wasn't ready early enough. Once again, there, way over hit, and that's the outcome that happens. They'll just come in and kill that. I'll be in big trouble. Here, that's pretty good, I'm happy with that. So you've just really, I can't emphasize enough, you cannot be free when you strike the ball. It's a wonderful thing to go, yeah, I'm just doing this and it's going back there and it's all pretty good. But if you're purposely striking the ball to purpose target, to quality target, to keep your opponent under relentless pressure, and we're talking pretty high level and everything as well here, it's just got to be done. You've got to engage your body and you've got to do the work. So there you go, there's a couple of exercises for you. So you got your static set, static, bang, and get your second bounce. Should be able to get 10 of these when it's going down, so you count. It's going just down. I'm just on the limit of going up and down. That's about right. There is what I want. Okay, and a good way to do it, once you settle on whatever ball you're using, is like the golfing analogy. Whereas if I wanted to put the ball in the hole, what I'd do is if I was back here, I'd just work out where I want to land the ball. So if the ball was there, I would chip it. So I would just chip it. So if I go, okay, if I land it here, so if I just chip it to here, it should land in the hole. And it'll finish rolling. It's very flat floor and the ball just keeps rolling. But it means that you don't have to worry about all that bit from there to there. You only have to worry about this bit. You just land the ball. So when we drive, we land the ball. So if we work out the temperature of the court, how hard you need to hit and all the rest of it, and you go body and too big, that one bounced here, too big. Once again, let's go service box. Right, so I'm just at the line of the service box. Sorry, I'm over again. Here, there, service box line is the one. So now I'll just aim for the service box line. I'll just hit that line and everything will be good. So here, service box line, and that's pretty good. Service box line, and that's pretty good. Whoop. Last one. Too big, but not too bad. So there you go. That'll land you're in the right spot, and then you understand for your general 70% power hit, and then you're looking pretty good. So there you go. Once you've done your static, get into your set one. So set, here, service box line. Should be the same target, even if it's live set. There, one, pretty good. Then you get into the angle, 1 foot on the line here. Go there, service box line. I had to go and pick it up because I didn't have body, which is all right. So if you're in trouble, lift it up. Too short. Last one, from here. I'll go there. Service box line, back wall, on the way back. They're going to have to come back here and do that, which is what I'm after. Because it's the next one that's the winner, not even that one. That's how it works.